All right. Hello and welcome. This is CT5 with Card Hunter. Surprise. So we're on the Acquisitions Incorporated themed maps. So Showroom Showdown's that wacky one with like the big long S spirally thingy with the victory squares in the middle. So life's really hard. Life's really hard. And we're going to be crazy, and we're going to do this again. We're going to run our crazy elf warriors into that crazy map. I'm going to pretend this works because of Nimble Strike and Subtle Arts, and I'm going to do something funny here using Boots of Safety for the extra teleport. So I have 6 ways to cross wall. I have 4 Nimble Strikes. The teleport itself, the telepod jaunt. We're going to be funny, use this one. Go for greed with the extra trait that hopefully doesn't matter. We'll see, this could hurt. But going for greed with the quickness aura for a big potentially big surprise. With like a, if I happen to have teleport self, like if I happen to have those two, just run in and just have that be really weird for the opponent. So could be funny, and then pretty standard priest. Going a bit heavier on the heals, using Even Song and the Inspiring Presence here. I still want some Frenzy density, so 4 Frenzies total from those items. Card draw, because I need to support them at range. I did consider potentially changing this item back to with totals and use the yellow token to get Boots of Safety on this person as well. Yeah. I know that once upon a time I said that, like, I'd consider, I was trying to make decks build for the maps and whatnot, and that is not really the case here in this one. Here we go. Oh. Hi, good luck, oh, what the shit is going on there? Blind right, not what I want. Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay, how does, when step move, okay, so I might just have to discard this. Slowed. I could have passed. Oh, God. They're getting ready to go. How bad could it be if I do that? Oh, I guess that's awkward. The moving a person around. That feels pretty good. Do I start fighting? It seems very excessive. Dash into, like, I could go around, but that seems really excessive. I think I'm out of 1, 4, 5. It's worth. Pass. Pass. Okay. We take that. Go in. I don't know if I want to. Kind of sucks to take the damage, but I think the free. I think. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's probably really scary. All right, we got stuff ready to go. We fished out a block. I might just go into the Punishing Strike. I am that crazy. Do you have anything? Oh, I can't play it because the subtle art's hilarious. Let's try to hit this person. What if I wait? unfortunate, but I got 2 free points out of this. Subtle Arts sticks around. Strike. That's a little unfortunate, but we're gonna go. You know, it's free, right? And that's pretty cool too. Do you have stuff? Do I care? He still has to come to me. Frenzy. Runs. Where did his extra card come from? We fished a defender's block out. I don't like that I've seen so little. Can see a lot. I could be potentially running into huge problems. Just gonna go here.
Four.
Could have a parry. Armor, that's great. So I think this is a good trade. Run on. Pass. How does the armor work with melee and projectile? Cool. That is my one mempo, and that is potentially a funny option I had. Out of sight feels good. It is unblockable, which is kind of a bummer. Spear. Okay. I can wait. You might have more. It's entirely possible. We've confirmed no blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just keep going. Heal. We passed our priority. Surround. This feels really good. That was kind of annoying. Bolts. Nice. We oh, are you gonna shoot me? Oh shit. They got me. I don't know why I thought, I threw that. Give my positioning. Oh my god. Okay, so this is big damage person. If I get 2 things, gave up my positioning. I have to go here? Dang. Okay, we pass. So many heals. Pass. Pass. Don't need to do anything. 11-9, that would be enough. Oof. Got a little too greedy. It just, I completely forgot and ignored the wizard. Oof. That was a good game. I think I could have sequenced it better, but like made use of my second warrior better. Because really the warrior, that's my second warrior that was out here, was really important because he could start to threaten the warrior in weird ways, make the wizard potentially uncomfortable, and then if they back off, right? Because my warriors would have been here, his elf warrior, his human wizard up here, right? If his elf warrior gets freaked out, then I'm free to move, either just keep my dude on the victory squares here, or move it to clamp and pin the priest as I was talking about earlier. So that first defender's, the first defender's block, I used my priest. I think if I had used my warrior, I would put more pressure on. Cool. I was a little worried just because, like, I really didn't want my second warrior to be in danger either, right? But I need to keep that. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta take risks sometimes. I still wasn't willing to do it. Because, like, I was worried if the second warrior goes in and he starts to hit him, but he had the armor from the inspiration. Dinky armor, sure, but it was still there, and he had the defender's block, right? So it still would have worked there. And again, Mempo, if Mempo catches both of them, I think it would have only caught the warrior. I think it only would have caught the warrior. But if it caught both of them, like, game over. Alright, some actual footage. A few points I want to talk about. Okay, so this is round 2. A couple of things I want to point out here. So one, first we gotta give credit where credit is due. The enemy moved their priest into a really good spot in order to support and most likely heal the enemy warrior. The other cool thing about this is given that they have heals, so it's possible that they forgot about subtle arts enabling a 3-move nimble strike to pin the priest against the wall. But at the same time, if I do that, again, I give up this very valuable positioning, and I sort of isolate my warrior, which is something I was worried about, potentially. And then, you know, with the heals, they could tank all the hits, and my priest could join. They don't know about the dangerous move, but they don't have any backup. They're not likely to have attacks, so I would be hesitant, right? And it puts me in a weird spot. Now, also on round 2, I could have potentially gone in, right? We have a very strong hand on my Winter Warrior down here, right? There's all good stuff. I do have attacks, right? I was lucky to draw the Punishing Strike the following turn to have a big attack and actually dent this person. And in addition, my priest has moves available, has multiple card draw options, Demonic Feedback, Inspiration, and the Light Healing from triple heals to help out. So, hard to say. I could have gone in. I do tend to play a bit on the safer side, for better or worse. Again, staying still, it does make sense. I'm on the victory squares, right? Like this is one way to play. At the same time, like nimble striking here into the corner, which is what I do on the following turn, right? His wizard still can't see me. I get a poke. I have backup with the defender's block and stuff. I can even just move out of the way if I really, really need to. And his priest is already moved. So yeah, priest could probably support, but the priest is unlikely to potentially ambush my warrior. And again, I had the blind rage buff on. By not passing, I take another three free damage. I think I was a little freaked out because the vicious thrust, I couldn't actually use it. And hopefully that might have encouraged them to pass as well. But the warrior didn't have a great hand. I think they discarded like 2 pretty weak attacks. So this might have been a missed opportunity, which is unfortunate. It was unfortunate. Yeah, sometimes that's how it goes, right? So I was wrong in my immediate post-game analysis in that the timing I thought I could have moved my Winter Warrior in, that timing did not exist. I moved him in after I got the 2 big attacks on. I moved him in to try and save and potentially get a Mempo or kill off, right? If everything had gone my way, Defender block works, there, my priest is alive, dead. I guess this one shoots him down anyway, so he probably wouldn't have lived, but it would have felt better, right? And as we see over here, we get the big crunch in. This is my Defender's block failing. So I guess earlier in the sequence, like, right, instead of my, like, as I still could have moved my this warrior earlier, if instead of my priest, I also could have passed a bit more to see what else they were up to. Yeah. Why did I move? This really makes it look like I moved. I'm now watching myself. I can't see what was here. Like, I could have passed. Instead, I just gave that to him, right? The memory loss. So this could have been the time to move my warrior in. And again, I could have passed again, actually. Right? I'm still on the victory squares. I can see what they're up to, right? Because he fished it out. Now maybe he has something. It feels, the triple hills is relevant just in case like there's a big attack, because I do want to go in. Right? That's kind of my plan, and I want to do the triple hills to sort of get everything out of the way. Unfortunately, doing so, he knows that my priest can't really do much left with only the 1 card. So that's a sort of notable weakness in this plan. Right, like imagine if I'd waited and then done it, but now he would get the first hit in. So I don't know. Hard, nah. I'm not good enough at this game right now to know if that was the right or not. I wanted to get in. It's important I stay on the victory squares for multiple reasons. One, if I zoom behind him to get the unblockable, he can just charge in and then like I'm dead, instant dead, right? So staying on the victory square prevents my priest exploding. Obviously, victory square is good, and by attacking from the front, that enables me. I see no blocks. Okay, punching strike is go. Y'all probably figured that out the first time around. So in terms of timing of when to move my other warrior, you could just when instead of any of the times my priest did stuff, the run and the triple heals, that could have been the warrior going in. Imagine that, right? Like if they'd moved here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess it would have been out of range. But like that was another thing. The previous turn, I had the dangerous maneuver, so I could have dangerous maneuvered here, and then if my elf warrior moves here, some dangerous maneuver 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in range for triple heals. That I can get maximum value potentially out of it. But yeah, instead of the run or the triple heals, that could either of those times could have been a pass, or it could have been my warrior moving in to put pressure. And then of course hitting the priests. So like, and again at this point I do just need to kill 1 person, and so I do get a little hasty, right? Because I'm like, oh my god, nimble strike, get the damage in. When I could have passed a bit more, I could have waited. Right, I'm on the victory squares. Just staying on the victory squares is enough to put him in position. And the other thing is, once I commit here, now his wizard is safe. And I admitted this earlier. I completely ignored and really forgot about the wizard and didn't consider how important this could be until this happened. And I would say another mistake I made here is using the vicious sauce to move here, because now I make it harder for myself to get back onto the victory squares. Right, and by staying back over here, if his wizard runs here, right, then I could vicious thrust back and surprise. So he might want to give him, so he might, in consideration of that, keep his wizard back here, which does make it easier for me to actually run back on. Little mistakes. Little mistakes. Like at the very least, the extra the step from the vicious thrust was a mistake for sure. Staying on the victory square versus chasing the priest to get a kill, much harder to say. it's like, do I win now? Do I try to win like really quickly, or do I potentially make things a bit complicated but put more pressure on him and potentially find an opening for me to exploit later? And I think I moved just a little too early, and I let his wizard have free reign over everything else, and then I could have triple healed, I could have run away, but I wanted to keep this person trapped, and yeah. I made mistakes. They made good calls on their passing and the movement. It was a good game. It was a good game. I love how like it was relatively quick, but there was still many like talking points. It was a good game. That's all I can say. All right, that was probably longer than it needed to be, but it was fun, and I'm glad I saw the footage again. Ding.